Hello, my name is Emily. I am the Crazy Flippin' Mom, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am giving you my year in review selling on Walmart. And crazy enough, it's been one full year since I took the leap and opened a Walmart seller account. Before I dive in and tell you all of what I've experienced and learned this year, I want to back up and just say, in case you don't know, Walmart is allowing third-party sellers on their platform. So you can apply, if you're selling on Amazon, you can apply and most likely get a seller account over on Walmart. Now, there are some really big differences between Amazon and Walmart on the feel and the layout of the actual site, but Walmart is Amazon's direct competitor, so there are buyers there. That is the good news. So last year, right before Q4, or kind of in the mix of Q4, Amazon started cracking down on their generic listings, that generic catalog, GTIN, and that affected a retail arbitrage Amazon seller like myself. I specialize in seasonal candy. Seasonal grocery is my bread and butter. And a lot of those listings end up being 2-packs, 3-packs, multi-packs on generic listings. And it just became very difficult, and those listings were removed. Fast forward to this year, and the problem is magnified 100 times. But going back to last year, I had to make a very quick decision because I had all this Christmas candy and I could no longer list it successfully on Amazon. So we opened up a Walmart seller account. And I say that like it was super easy. There are some hurdles. And I will say, if you're gonna apply for a Walmart seller account, you need to have a business set up, an EIN already established, because they really want to stay away from individual sellers, and having a professional business front is the best case scenario when you start the application process. You're also going to link your Amazon store or Shopify store, whatever else you're using, because they want to see that you can keep up with demand. You have enough stock to support whatever sites you're on. So if you don't have an Amazon store, that's probably the first hurdle. What do you have? Not eBay, nothing like that. And if you have a new Amazon store that's maybe doesn't have a lot of listings yet, that could also potentially be a problem. So when I say we just opened a Walmart store, there is an application process, and I feel like it may be a little bit easier to get on Amazon than Walmart. But once you're on Walmart, okay, things happen. So we jumped over to Walmart really not knowing anything, but I've sold on all the platforms in the past 5 years, so I felt fairly confident that I could figure it out. And I mean, like I said, the buyers were there, that was great, but the Walmart platform, okay. It was interesting, right? And like I said, I've been on all the platforms. I expected more from Walmart, being the second biggest e-commerce platform in the world. And it was a little bit like we went back in time. Where there's a will, there's a way. I figured it out and started listing products, started selling products. I tend to fulfill merchant orders, which means I ship direct to customer. And that's what I felt most comfortable doing once I switched over to Walmart as well. It just kind of made sense because a lot of the data behind selling was missing on Walmart that we have, like Keep It charts on Amazon. So I just felt comfortable listing a couple things, seeing like, are they going to sell, and kind of going like that at my own speed. In that 30-day period, like my first-ish 30-day period, we did gross $70,000 in sales. So this is me talking about jumping on Walmart and jumping clear to the deep end. And I want to give you my takeaway from the year, and some of this may not apply. If you're sporadically selling, you may not see some of these issues. I am 100% sure you are agreeing with me on the platform, and just the lack of support on the platform. I think they are making updates. It seems like they're heading in that direction, and I expect that in the next couple of years, it'll be step in step with Amazon, right? So last year, our first month on the platform, we crushed it. And that was great. Like, we really did make up the sales. We were losing on Amazon with some of this candy. We had our fair share of hurdles to get through, and I want to share a couple of the things that stuck out, not just getting started but continuing on that I really have to pay attention to. So unlike Amazon, Walmart, you hook up a third-party site to ship. And I want to say we're at the end of 2023. I want to say you can ship in Walmart now, but when I got started, you couldn't. So I hooked up ShipStation. We already use ShipStation for eBay, so it just kind of made sense to just include it on. So once an order comes through, it falls into ShipStation. You buy the shipping through ShipStation, and it's debited directly out of your account. So if you're like our normal eBay day, on eBay month, not that big of a deal, but kind of doing this without any planning and going from 0 to 70,000 in such a quick time was a lot of money in shipping labels. Just a moment of silence for how many times my credit card was deactivated for fraud, because how many debit transactions to stamps.com. And it kind of put us macro, looking back, in a bigger situation where I had money set aside and available for Amazon Q4, and it got soaked up really quick with Walmart and shipping labels. This is all on me. At any time I could have pushed pause, but it really did scale out of my control really quickly. And so coming into this year, I am trying to figure out how to control it and manage Walmart a little bit better. The buyers are there, fantastic, let's make all the money. And kind of I get addicted to that high and don't back up to say like, okay, how much money are we spending? Because that's a big credit card bill that comes through, you know, and you tack on all. Anyways, I could just ramble on and on about this, but that was a big difference that really took me off guard. Not that I was paying, but the amount that it really took off and exploded, and my credit card charges, that took me off guard. Besides the shipping, if you are going Walmart fulfilled, you won't really even have that situation happening. The next big issue with jumping into seasons was, if you go to buy on walmart.com, you will notice this. It's pretty confusing. Like, I have several times went to place orders thinking I was going to pick them up in a store, and all of a sudden it was switched to shipping. We'll then layer that with a buyer thinks they're buying it from Walmart, then it's switched to shipping and they weren't aware, and then it's switched to a third-party seller and they're not aware what that means, what that looks like. And third-party sellers are not all the same. Some are terrible, right? Some are not following the rules, and some don't have refund policies, on and on and on, right? I can imagine how frustrating that is as a buyer, and that created a lot of confusion. On a normal day on Amazon, say we're trucking along in Q4, I will have a handful of order cancellation requests come through. It's not really that big of a deal. On Walmart, in the thick of Q4, I would open my account in the mornings and I would have 20 to 30 cancellation requests. So we're talking about people who purchase thinking they're buying it in the store. It's a big issue, the confusion aspect of on purchasing on the app. That was wild and consistently. So on Walmart, I typically pull back and focus on replenishables on Amazon on the slow times. And then like for Halloween, Easter, Valentine's Day, I focus again for the holidays. So this is a continual problem throughout the year. Buyers not understanding where their product's coming from. And I don't blame them. That is frustrating. And if anybody from Walmart watches this, get it together. Honestly, like, all of those issues were cancellations before I shipped, a lot of those. So it didn't affect too much. It was just a pain in the butt to have to deal with your quantities and orders and all of it everywhere. Okay. I also feel that the average buyer on Walmart is older. That's my theory, just from the amount of your grandparents who left voicemails to me about their Walmart purchase. It seemed older. I have no information to back up that thought, but really in the thick of it, I do get a lot of calls. I switched my number because people will call you if you're fulfilling merchant, and they will ask you why they purchased this, and they don't have a lot of money, and all of a sudden it was deducted for freaking candy and it was 3 times more expensive than going to the store, and on and on and on. You will get phone calls on Walmart. while we're on the topic of buyers just like contacting you and doing whatever the heck you want to do, I have read Walmart's return policy, and it really does say, like Amazon, return anything at any time. Okay, that's bottom line. We don't care. We'll take it back. We want you to be happy. There are some things that people should not be returning, but listen, at the end of the day, anybody can return their product to any Walmart store and get a refund, and then Walmart is going to ship that product to you on your dime. And it doesn't matter what it is. And I've read the policy. There are rules in place. They don't care. And that was a bit of a shock. When I started getting orders, and that's easier than Amazon's return. Like Amazon, at least you got to take it to a UPS. And how often do you go to UPS? So I do get a ton of returns on Amazon. Like 2/3 actually go through, and then the other third probably puts it in the truck and forgets about the package. Walmart buyers, they go to a Walmart every day. So if they're going to return something, all they have to do is walk in a store. That is so easy. And this was a bit of an eye-opener come January when the floodgates opened, and I was getting returns on chocolate, toys, decorations that were opened, you name it, it came back to me. And it's kind of the way of this business. Is somebody here? Why is my dog barking? You kind of are used to returns in general on Amazon. It happens. It's part of the business. My dog is angry. I bet you the mailman is here. I still made money. It was just a pain. It's more of a pain when you get like 30 boxes of Little Debbie's back and you're just like, what the crap am I supposed to do with all of this food? But if you don't know, there are plenty of places you can donate it. Your local Boy Scouts, food pantries, after school activities. There's tons of stuff, tons of places that will take stuff like that. The return policy should be noted in this call. It's something, and honestly, I just think my takeaway from the year is I wouldn't list anything on Walmart that I would be out a lot of money. If it was returned back to me, it wasn't ever returned. I had to refund. So my rule, I stick to grocery. I love seasonal groceries, and that's what I'm doing on Walmart for sure. I'm not selling anything expensive over there. I feel like at this point, I'd be surprised how many people are like, oh yeah, we're gonna open a Walmart account. It kind of sounds terrible. Okay, this is a big reason I talk a lot about this. And this is a quick Google search, so I hope Google is telling me the truth. But if not, it's still a church truth, and it seems good, okay? On Amazon, there are 9.7 million sellers, and it's still a good time to sell. It's not too crowded. There's still money to be made. On Walmart, there are 150,000 sellers. Wow. This summer, there are some huge trending products, bolos, and there would be over 100 sellers on Amazon, and I was the only seller on Walmart. It is a gold mine. It's a huge opportunity, and yeah, some of these little things suck. Some of the things you're used to as a seller, you do this, you have to do with it on Amazon, but you figure it out. You figure out the platform, the return, you just put up with it because you're raking in the money. Absolutely raking in the money. And I'm telling you, if you're an Amazon e-commerce seller at all, you should be on Walmart. Part of me is like, stop telling people. Like it's gonna make any difference. It's a wild opportunity over on Walmart. I would imagine it's similar to what Amazon was way back in the day. And I think it's always great, even if you don't want to actively sell immediately, it's great to have your account because you don't know when they're going to start gating things and requiring more whatever to even get an account. So open an account. I have heard one of the biggest issues sellers are turning up their nose to Walmart is they don't have the data yet, like the Keep It charts that we are loving on Amazon. And here's what I would say. If it's selling on Amazon, it's selling on Walmart, and they don't have a ranking system like Amazon. There's a lot of information that still needs to be filled in here, but honestly, of the things I'm selling and what I see moving on Walmart, I would imagine the Keep It charts look very similar to what you see on Amazon. So I'm really not letting that stand in my way. I'm using Inventory Lab for fees, for the fee structure, to even identify profitable products on Walmart, because the fees are so similar to Amazon. You're looking at about 6 to 15%, which is similar in a lot of the categories I sell on Amazon. So I'm using my same Inventory Lab subscription and Keepa and Revseller, because it all, like, I'm seeing the same purchasing and bolos and rankings across the board. So I'm just not letting that piece of information that it doesn't say just for Walmart stand in my way. Take advantage of it now. Go sign up for an account. This is not an MLM. I'm not getting a kickback for you to sign up for an account. I just think it's smart, right? Amazon is cracking down even harder than they did last year on their generic catalog. You should make sure you do not have any misbranded or generic listings in your catalog whatsoever. List them over on Walmart and sell them there. It's a great opportunity right now. You know what? Put up with it. I don't even want to hear the complaining, because you're going to make so much money. Just shut up about the returns. Open a Walmart account. List your stuff. I cannot stress this enough right now, how awesome the landscape of Walmart is with our 150,000 sellers. I understand there's some hurdles to get through, but just shut up and do it. Oh my gosh. I talk a lot about this, about selling on Walmart in the Crazy Flippin' Mom community. I believe in this. I sell on Walmart. I talk a lot about it, and I pressure all of my other sellers to open their Walmart account. If you're interested in getting more information, the Crazy Flippin' Mom community is closed for Q4, but you can join the waitlist. I'll put a link below. Sign up, jump in. We have a huge 2024 coming. I think it is the prime time. Like, there's never been a better time to be a seller. And does it sound like I'm going to take an offering or I'm going to have you sign up for my MLM? Neither thing is going to happen. You can send me money though. Thank you guys for joining this call. I hope it was helpful. I know I tend to just blab on, but it's something I'm super passionate about, creating income on your schedule, on your time, in your way. And this is one of those opportunities. So if you have questions, always feel free to reach out. I would love to hear your take on Walmart, things that concern you. If you like this content, please like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.